in collaboration with the Association of Mutual Funds of India. So as we know, so today's mutual funds plays a major role for investment point of view, whether it's a small or maybe big investors. So as an investor, so what is the best financial plan if you want to invest? So everyone suggests that go to invest on mutual funds. So that's why in this regard, so we approached to the Sharmaji and we contact to him for organizing a webinar, and he accepted our invitation, and he permitted to organize a one-day webinar on financial planning regarding investment mutual funds with a good with the eminent speaker, Mr. Sudhikan Sharma. So now, good morning, sir, Mr. Sudhikan Sharma ji.
Very good morning, Dr. Krishnaiah. So nice of you. Thank you very much.
Good morning, sir. It's my pleasure to introduce today's speaker profile, Mr. Sudhikan Sharma, Sarija Senior Consultant Amfi and former DGM SEBI. Sri Sharma has over 35 years of experience in the banking and finance and securities market. Sari served in leading financial institutions, thereafter in the Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance, Government of India, and finally in SEBI. After superannuation from SEBI in 2019, he joined the Association of Mutual in India, Amfi, an apex body of mutual fund in India, as a senior consultant to North India. Sri Sharma joined the Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is popularly known as SEBI, in 2003, and served there for more than 15 years in different departments. In addition to other assignments, he was DGM in charge of the Office of Investor Awareness and Education in SEBI, in North region, for more than 5 years. Sri Sharma is also a member of the working group of NCERT for developing a vocational course on mutual funds of standards of 11th and 12th classes. Sri Sharma is also mentor of a few NGO working for financial literacy and investor awareness in the country. Under his supervision, more than 15,000 financial literacy and investor awareness programs were conducted across North India. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So I am hand over the session to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Krishnaiah. Thank you, management of the institute. I am thankful to the faculty members, staff members, and students of your institutes. Not only, I am told that not only your institution staff members and students are joining, but participants from other institutions across country have also joined this webinar. So yes, I am thankful to you for making special efforts in this regard for maximum participation from the participant across country. Before I start my session, Dr. Krishnaiah, I will request to you that at least 4 or 5 videos should be on during my session. Because if all videos are off, sometime a feeling creeps into whom we are talking to. So please kindly favor me, at least 4 or 5 videos from your faculty members or some senior students should be on, so that I feel that I am connected to all of you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. And 2-3 things I wish to mention about this program. Dr. Krishnaiah, this program is from Association of Mutual Fund in India, Amfi, which yes, is an apex body of mutual funds in India.
Yes, sir.
But please note, and I want to make it clear to all the participants, that this is not a marketing event or a promotional event of mutual funds.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
It is purely an investor awareness program.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Dr. Krishnaiah, there are 2 categories of investors. One category of investor which you belong to means who are already earning. Your faculty members, your staff members, and other participants who are already earning. But there is also other category of a participant investor, Dr. Krishnaiya, you will appreciate. That is your students. Those who have not started earning, but they are going to earn very soon, down the line in 1 or 2 years. So I also keep them as potential investors. So I will focus my session on both of you, first category and second category, both categories of investors.
Okay, sir.
And since this program is for the participants, Dr. Krishnaiya, I will request at least your students and young faculty members even kindly have one notebook and a pen with them, and they can please note down if they found anything useful or a new idea in my session, which they can explore through Google and websites, because you will appreciate, Dr. Krishnaiya, that now every information is available on Google and websites otherwise. But these programs are just to sensitize participants that they should go deeper into the subject before taking their investment decisions.
Okay, sir. Already intimated, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Not you, at least your students I am requesting.
We intimated our students also, sir.
You are such a senior person, I can't request you, but at least to your students, I can request like that. And lastly, Dr. Krishnaiya, I would be very happy if more and more questions come from the participants. Because that will be reflection that people have taken interest into the subject. They have been with me in this session, and they have a lot of doubts and queries. Of course, when we discuss about the subject and when I talk something on the subject, definitely participants will have a lot of doubts, a lot of queries about the subject, and even they might have some idea to counter my opinion, and they are welcome. They are always welcome to counter their opinion. I will try to make my session as simple as I can, because Dr. Krishnaiya, I will not use any financial jargons or research-oriented theories, because I know you are teachers, you know much better than me. I am simply a student, but I will try to connect with the participants in such a manner that we talk in the manner where we understand. Because otherwise investment and financial empowerment otherwise appears to be a very boring subject. People do use lot of financial jargons, which most of the people are not interested to, very honestly speaking. But so I will try to make it as simple as I can, and I will try to make it interactive. Dr. Krishnaiya, I will keep involving you, taking your name again and again, asking questions from you, so that I can take my session forward. So the
Yes, sir.
You have given me the subject financial planning regarding investment and mutual funds. 2-3 very heavy words you have used in the topic. Financial planning, first, very heavy word otherwise. Second is investment, and third one is mutual fund. But I will start first with the mutual fund, then I will come to the financial planning, and lastly I will come to the mutual fund for hardly 5-10 minutes.
Okay, sir.
What is investment? Sir, Dr. Krishnaiya, what is investment? And what is the importance of investment in our life? Why we talk too much about the investment nowadays? Everybody is talking about the investment. Everybody talking about the getting maximum return on the investment. So first, my dear participant, we should understand what is investment. And I feel, Dr. Krishnaiya, that most of us are middle class, salary class person. Most of us. Most of the participants. So, how we make investment? Honestly speaking, we make investment of our savings. And what is saving? Simply speaking, saving is the money which we don't normally spend out of our regular income. Normally, when we get salary, majority of our salary goes into taking care of our monthly expenses, regular expenses. But Dr. Krishnaiya, you will appreciate that we Indians have a typical DNA, rather a unique DNA. What is that? We very sincerely try to take away some money out of our income. Sincerely try. Even a person who is earning 10,000 a month will try to take away 500, 700 rupees out. Of course, very tough nowadays. But still, he or she tries. And the person who are already earning a reasonable, handsome salary, definitely they can take away a good amount of their regular income. The money which we don't spend out of our regular income, we call it savings. And we are all savers. Sir, you will agree with me that Indians are still one of the best savers in the world. We do save. That is nothing new I am telling to all of you. We are all one of the best savers in the world. But we are casual about saving. Casual in the sense that this month I might be saving 10,000 a month. It might be 12,000 next month. Third month, it might be 8,000. Fourth month, it might be on 5,000 or 15,000. So to students, I want to request first thing at the beginning of my session with regard to saving. And that is very important request I want to make to all of you, particularly young participants. Please identify an amount of saving which you can comfortably save out of your regular income. And normally, Dr. Krishnaiah, people do prescribe, you save 20%, you should save 30%, you should. I am not prescribing anything. What my request is, you please identify. Suppose, Dr. Krishnaiah, you say that your monthly income is 50,000. Of course, it is much more than that. But just for example's sake, we take it 50,000 and you say that your monthly expenses are around 40,000. So what you indirectly saying is that you can save 10,000. Then my request is very simple but emphatic. Please save this 10,000 every month without fail religiously. Every month. It should be the benchmark of your saving. You can save more than 10,000, but 10,000 should be your benchmark. It is maybe 20,000, maybe 50,000, maybe 500 even. But whatever you decide, please religiously save that amount every month without fail. Of course, Dr. Krishnaiah, it is not an easy task. Saying
yes, sir.
Thing is very easy. But at the same time, Dr. Krishnaiah, it is not impossible. It is possible. Only precondition is that we should develop a habit of saving this amount, come what may. We have to make our commitment with ourselves. We have to develop some discipline with ourselves. Come what may, I will save this amount every month. And then it is possible. It is not impossible, then it is possible. Of course, tough, but not impossible. Second request I want to make about the saving is, please keep increasing your saving minimum by 10% every year. And it is possible, Dr. Krishnaiah, how? You get increment, you get some increase in allowances, in between you also get promotion, you are HOD now, down the line you will be principal of the college, definitely of the institute. Life goes on like this only. So with the increase in income, we should increase your saving also every year. Ideally, it should be minimum 10% every year. Suppose this year we are saving 10,000 a month, then next year I think it should be 11,000 a month. Third year it should be 12,100. Of course, again tough, sir. But again, I am very clear it is not impossible. And you will appreciate, Dr. Krishnaiah, that for bigger achievements we have to be committed. We have to develop some discipline, because only this discipline and commitment will give you prosperity in your future. That is why please keep increasing your saving. Now the next question arises, which word you have used, investment. What we do with the savings which we do every month? We are doing every month saving. What do we do? There are two options available with normal human beings like you and me. The first option is, which a foolish person like me will only do. I am saving every month. Religiously, I am saving amount. But what foolishly I am doing, I am taking away the money from the bank account where I get a salary, counting that money every month, feel happy and keeping that money at home in a box, or just leaving that amount in my bank account. My dear participants, I know and not a single person of your faculty members or all participants who are already earner will be doing it. But please, if any participant is thinking on even of these lines, please stop it at once for all. We should never keep our savings at home into currency form or just leave it in our bank account. Then naturally, the next question arises, what to do? Naturally, the second question, what to do? Yes, we have other options, sir. And the option is very simple. We should put our savings, number one, into acquisition of some assets, value of which will increase in future. And we should put our savings into some financial instrument which will give us regular and periodical return in future. Dr. Krishnaiya, the process of putting your savings into acquisition of some asset or in financial instrument, we technically call it investment. So saving is the first step and investment is the second step. My dear participant, you must appreciate that saving is the first step in the prime stage of save the money, but you should not stop there. But because if you save and don't invest, Krishnaiya sir, you know it very well. The very purpose of saving is defeated, and better not to save. Enjoy your money every month. So saving is a must, but putting your saving into investment mode is the second step. And only, my dear participant, please appreciate, only investment will pave way for your prosperity, not saving. Saving will never give you prosperity. Saving will never create wealth for you. Of course, saving is the prime source. Again, I say, if you don't save, what you will invest? So saving, of course, is the prime first step. But at the same time, investment is the second and prime of purpose of on the way to become prosper. And so we are also investor also, Dr. Krishnaiya. Those who are earners must be saving and putting their money into one or other form in some one instrument. So we are all investors also. So investment is a must. But unfortunately, I don't know whether Dr. Krishnaiya or the sir who is, I couldn't get his name. He is Askariki Institute. Only he has not mentioned his name here. So,
Mr. BBSS Subbarao Garu, sir.
Okay, sir. Rao sir, good afternoon. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
So I don't know whether you will agree with me or not, sir. But it is a very pathetic state of affair with most of the investors, like you and me, those who are middle class persons,
Sir.
who save, we do invest. But despite our sincere efforts in saving and investment, most of the middle class, salary class person, Dr. Krishnaiya and Rao sir, we just remain money accumulators in our life. We don't become wealth creators. It is a pathetic state of affair with most of us. And most of us, you even don't accept it. No, Baba, no, I am not. Mr. Rao will not accept. He said, Mr. Krishnaiya might be, I am not money accumulator. I am wealth creator. Because most of us, we feel like that only. But unfortunately, it is a pathetic state of affair with most of us, that most of the middle class, salary class person just remain money accumulators. They don't become wealth creators. And Rao sir, you will agree with me that we will not become prosper if we don't create wealth. Just by accumulating money, we are not going to be prosper. And so we have to be wealth creator. So my dear participants, please understand what is the difference between money accumulator and wealth creation. First, we should understand very clearly. And if you are able to understand the difference between money accumulation and wealth creation, I think 20% of your investment success chapter you have completed. So what is the difference between money accumulation and wealth creation? For that, I am just taking a very simple example. And Dr. Krishnaiya, kindly permit me to take your name in that example.
Yes, sir, no problem, sir.
The purpose is very simple, because the example is a very common thing, that is bank fixed deposit, bank FD. Even your students who might not have gone for bank FD are aware about the bank FD, because their parents must have done bank FD. So that is why I am taking the example of bank FD. No other purpose involved. Please mind it. I am not discouraging anybody not to go for a bank FD. The purpose is very simple. I want to make you understand the difference between money accumulation and wealth creation. And for that, I am taking the example of a bank FD. Suppose, Dr. Krishnaiya, you have got 1 lakh rupees with you. Of course, you have much more money than 1 lakh rupees. But just for example's sake, we say that you have 1 lakh rupees with you, and you go for a 1-year bank FD with a good bank. And Rao sir, we are all aware that the present rate of interest is around 6%, 5.5, 5. I take it 6%. I take it 6%, just for example. So Mr. Rao, Mr. Krishnaiah goes for a bank FD for 1 year, 1 lakh rupees at the rate of 6%. After 1 year, when I meet Dr. Krishnaiah and just ask about what happened to his FD, Dr. Krishnaiah is very happy. He says that he has earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest income. Am I right, sir? Very simply speaking. And
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Krishnaiah is very happy that he has earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest income on the investment as FD. Because FD is also an investment. When I asked Dr. Krishnaiah again, sir, are you right? Dr. Krishnaiah might got annoyed. Sir, yes, I am absolutely right. You can see my passbook. I have got the credit of 6,000 rupees and bank interest, and my money has been given back by the bank, and I am right. Absolutely, you are right, sir. You are right, but you are not right, sir. Why you are not right? You literally ignored two very important factors while analyzing return on your investment. The first factor and most important factor, Dr. Krishnaiah, is inflation, mehengai. We talk about the inflation day in, day out, at home, in a staff room, and nowadays it is a very hot topic, even in staff room, because of the prices are going rocket and high rocketing every month. Every month prices of fuel prices, grocery, every item prices are going like anything. So we talk about the inflation day in, day out, but we don't factor in inflation while analyzing return on our investment. So first we should understand, my dear participant, what is inflation? And Dr. Krishnaiah, simply speaking, inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. Am I right, sir? Simply
Yes,
speaking,
sir. Yes, sir.
inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. Last year, when Dr. Krishnaiah was going for bank FD, instead of going for bank FD, he could have purchased some items or might have availed some services at 1 lakh rupees. But Dr. Krishnaiah, would you be able to get same items, same services after one year at 1 lakh rupees? Would you?
No,
Be?
sir.
No, sir, it will not be possible. Because of the inflation, prices of those items or services must have increased. Suppose the inflation rate has been 5% during this period of 1 year. What does it mean? It simply means that last year, whatever Mr. Krishnaiah could have purchased from 1 lakh rupees, after 1 year for the same item, same goods and same services, Mr. Krishnaiah will now need to pay not 1 lakh but 1 lakh 5,000 rupees. Am I right, sir? Because the inflation rate has been 5%. Now you see the proposition, Dr. Krishnaiah, you were very happy when you got 6,000 as back interest income. But in reality, out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. So your spirit has become a little bit dampened now. Arey Baba, 5,000 has gone out of 6,000 and inflation has eaten it. Yes, sir, it is right. But still, Dr. Krishnaiah is happy that he has 1,000 rupees with him out of 6,000. No, sir, another factor is there. And that factor is most of the income and return is taxable under Income Tax Act, maybe Income Tax Act or capital gain. Most of it. And Dr. Krishnaiah, you might be aware that whatever you earn as bank FD interest has to be added in your income. And you have to pay income tax as per your income tax slab. May you be 20%, 30%, whatever you are. That 10,000 rebate which we get on bank interest, Dr. Krishnaiah, is related to bank saving bank account only, not FD. Mind it. People might not be aware. Some people might even not be aware. But FD interest is very clear. Whatever you earn as bank interest on FD, you have to pay income tax as per your slab. And suppose, Dr. Krishnaiah, you are in 20% bracket of income tax slab, then you will need to pay 20% on 6,000 as well. That is 1,200. So, and Dr. Krishnaiah, in my time, most of the people will not include such income in our income tax. And Arey Baba, who will come from income tax department to collect such income tax? But Dr. Krishnaiah and Dr. Rao, sir, you are aware nowadays, because of technology, all such information is automatically available with the income tax department. So now you can't avoid it. There is no way of avoiding that income tax. You will have to pay. So you now see the proposition. Dr. Krishnaiya was very happy when he earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest income. Sir, out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation, and 1,200 rupees you have paid as income tax. Do you get anything in reality, sir? No. Rather, 200 rupees has gone out of your pocket. 5,000 plus 1,200. So, if this is the case of our, we are sheer money accumulator. Of course, our money has increased, but we are sheer money accumulators. Kindly mind it. And unfortunately, Dr. Rao, most of the investment of middle class, salary class person are like this only. We do get some return, but that is notional return only. We don't get any real return on our investment. And so I take this example forward. Suppose the interest rate is 8%. Suppose in that scenario, Dr. Krishnaiya will get 8,000 as bank interest income. Again, keeping inflation at 5%, out of 8,000, 5,000 will be eaten by the inflation. Again, 20% income tax on 8,000, that is 1,600 he has to pay as income tax. But even after that, there remain 1,400. And Rao sir, that 1,400 is your real return. Please mind it, my dear participant, please do understand. Unless and until we earn some real return on our investment, the purpose of saving and investment both are defeated. So please always try to earn some real return on your investment. And the formula I want to share with the participant, particularly students, if they want, they can note down. The real return equal to notional return, that is 6,000 or 8,000, minus inflation, that is 5,000, minus tax liability, if any, that is 1,200 and 1,600. So my dear young participants, you have to see that you earn some real return on your investment, because only real return is going to create wealth for you, and that wealth is going to make you prosper. So please understand, we have to earn some real return. But now the next question arises, Dr. Krishnaiya, what is the reason? What is the reason why most of us are sheer money accumulators? Why are not wealth creators? There has to be some reason, sir. There is a reason. And Rao sir, the reason is not outside somewhere. The reason lies in our mind. The reason lies deep in our mind. And what is the reason? We middle class, salary class person are absolutely convinced. Arey Baba, we don't want to take any risk. No. Arey Baba, leave it. I don't want to take any risk. But my dear participant, particularly young participants, you should appreciate that in investment, risk is there. Life is pretty uncertain. So is the case in investment. In investment, in most of the investment, Dr. Rao, except some governmental small saving scheme, which we will discuss afterwards, risk element is there. So please accept it very honestly that risk is there in investment. Because if we don't accept, then there will be no way we can explore how we can manage our risk, how I can minimize our, because first we have to accept it. So my dear participants, and particularly young participants, I will urge all of you, please do honestly accept that in investment, risk is there. Like in life also risk is there. Life is pretty uncertain, Mr. Rao. Today we are talking to each other, but tomorrow are we sure what will be the state of affair? Nobody can say. We can live 100 years, but even for tomorrow we are not sure. Same goes with the investment. In investment, risk is there, but my dear participants, after accepting that risk is there, our second step would be how I can manage my risk. How I can minimize because naturally everybody would like to manage their risk. Everybody will like to minimize their risk. Yes, my dear participants, we can manage your risk and we can minimize your risk. That is there. Why and how? I'm just sharing a very, very simple 2-word formula for it. If the student wants, they can note it down, but very simple formula. Dr. Rao will laugh at me, sir, what simple thing you are telling to my students. But this formula, just by writing on the paper, is not going to change anything. You have to practice this formula in your life, sir. And what is that formula? Only two-word formula. Think, understand, and invest. Krishnaiya sir, I have used only two words. Think, understand, and invest. The first word I have used is think. What we have to think? I have to think two things about myself. The first word thinking relates to me, and I have to think two things about myself. The first and foremost thing is, what is my risk appetite? What is my risk-taking capacity? What is my risk tolerance? It is one and same thing. How much risk I can take? This we have to honestly analyze before taking investment decision. And Dr. Rao, please mind it. Every individual has got different risk appetite. Mr. Rao has got different one. Dr. Krishnaiya has got different one. Indra has got different one. Mr. Ullah has got, well, everybody has got different risk. Why? Because your income is different. Because your family obligations are different. Because your social structure is different. Because your upbringing has been different. Everything has been different. So every individual, Indra ma'am, has got different risk appetite. And the one thing I want to tell to all of you out of this, and this is a general mistake, Dr. Rao, we all make. We follow others while taking our investment decision. If Dr. Krishnaiya is in making some investment somewhere, and Indra ma'am just go to his room and say, what you are doing, sir? Dr. Krishnaiya, he says, I am investing my money. It is a very good investment product. And now you all know that Dr. Krishnaiya is a very smart investor. Wherever he is investing must be a good proposition. But mind it, Dr. Krishnaiya is investing as per his risk appetite. And Indra ma'am and Rao sir, your risk appetite is different. So the product which might be suitable to Mr. Krishnaiya sir might not be suitable to us, because our risk appetite is different. So please never follow others on taking investment decisions. Normally we do. This mistake we all have done. But please don't follow others while taking, because you have to take your investment decision strictly as per your risk appetite. And one more thing, Dr. Rao, I want to mention here. Even in individual case, risk appetite is not a constant factor throughout our life. No, it keeps changing with the age. When we are young, we can take much risk, because I want maximum real return on my investment. And rather, I will encourage young participants to take risk, because you have time horizon to go. You have 30-40 years with you. If something goes wrong, okay, let it be. We will rectify our mistake, because you have a time period with you. But I don't have that luxury, Rao sir. I don't, because those who are young can take risk, because if something goes wrong, no problem, let it be. We will rectify our mistake. We will go ahead and rectify. But so for young people, I want to request, I am rather encouraging them, please do take risk, but risk has to be calculated. It is not a blind risk. Don't take blind risk. Risk has to be calculated according to your risk appetite. And your focus should be, when you are young, your focus should solely be on getting maximum real return on investment. But Dr. Rao, when we become older, our thinking automatically changes. Arey Baba, leave it. I can sacrifice on the return aspect, but I can't compromise on the safety aspect of the money, which I have accumulated over a period of time from 25 to 55 years. So after, when I become 55 years, my risk-taking capacity literally becomes zero. Now I can't take risk. But those who is 30, 40, definitely they can take risk, and rather they should take risk, but it has to be calculated. So the first thing is you have to take your decision as per your risk appetite. Second request I want to make to all of you, you have to think about is what is your time horizon of investment? And Dr. Krishnaiya, it is equally important, and we hardly give any importance to this factor also. Whenever I get money, I invest it. Whatever I get, I invest it. I never see that I will need money, Dr. Rao, not in one go in my life, but I will need money in my life at different intervals for different milestones. So I will need money many times in my life for my milestones. That is why time horizon of investment has become very, very important. And to understand this, I will request young participants, even Dr. Krishnaiya, I can request, kindly give me, sir, 1 hour next Sunday. I want 1 hour. So you are those who are young below 40. I want even above 40, they can also try. But those who are below 40, I want 1 hour from them next Sunday. Sit with your family, have one paper and pen, discuss with your family what are the milestones which are likely to come in your life. Then on the paper, make 3 columns, first column, second column, and third column. In the first column, my dear participant, please jot down the milestones in your life. And Dr. Rao, what are the common milestones in middle class, salary class life? Marriage is the first milestone in our life. Normally speaking, marriage is the first milestone. After marriage, birth of the children appears to be the second milestone, celebration naturally. But then after that, after some time, admission of the children into good public school is the next milestone. Then after some time, families start thinking about having their own house. Naturally, it is very natural. Every family wants to have their own house. And once you have started thinking about it, the next thinking will come. You must have a 4-wheeler for your family if you have not taken so far. This is a normal course of action. Then one more thing has now become a milestone, Dr. Rao, which was not at least in my time. What is that? Going on vacation. It has also become a milestone nowadays. Every family wants to go on vacation. If Mr. Ullah doesn't go on vacation, his family will keep pressurizing him. Go on vacation, go out of Karimnagar, go to Kerala, go to Tamil Nadu, go to Rajasthan, go to Gujarat, and why limit to India only? Go beyond India, go to Switzerland. Very natural. Every family now, vacation has become a milestone, which was not at least in my time. So after this milestone, after some year your children are grown up, then the next most important milestone come in your life, Dr. Rao, that is higher education and professional education of children. One of the most important milestone in our life. Every parent wants that their children must get the best higher education and professional education. And after their education is over, what is next milestone? Marriage to the children. Very natural. Marriage to the children is the next milestone. And the last milestone, Dr. Rao, which normally people don't talk when they are young, is living retirement life. That is also very important milestone. Living retirement life is very, very important milestone. And Dr. Krishnaiya, I don't know whether your institution is a government institution or a private institution, but if it is a private institution, there is no pension. And even in now, most of the government doesn't have pensions now. How we will live retirement life, Dr. Rao, when we don't have pension? Normally, what we do for retirement life, we accumulate a lot of money, including our superannuation benefit, club all those money, put our money into some financial product, and from where we get some regular income and we survive. That is the normal course of living retirement life. So for retirement life also, we will need huge money. So in the first column, I again repeat, in the first column, please jot down all the milestones in your life. And Dr. Rao, I give liberty to the participant. If I have missed something, you can add on. Add on whatever you want. So in the first column, please jot down all the milestones in your life. In the second column, against each milestone, please start putting the period when it is likely to happen in your life. Again, estimate only. Precisely, it will not be possible. Just an estimate. Suppose somebody say that I'm not married, I'm likely to be married after 2 years. Put it 2 years against marriage. Likewise, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 15 year, 20 year, 30 year, 4. Start putting the period against each milestone. Now, the third very important thing, Rao sir, I want to tell. Start putting the money you will need for each milestone. Again, estimate only. Suppose somebody says that he will, for marriage, he will need 5 lakhs rupees because all other expenses will be taken care of by parents, but honeymoon package will have to be purchased by he or she only. So, against marriage, you put it 5 lakhs. Likewise, for marriage, for vacation, for house, for vehicle, you start putting the money which you will need for your milestone. Two very important milestones I want to discuss with all of you. Dr. Krishnaiah, you are a management guru and a management teacher here. Today, in an MBA degree from a good management institute costs around 20 lakhs. Am I right, sir? 2-year degree. Around 20 lakhs. Maybe 80, maybe 16, but around 20 lakhs. But my dear participants, those who are young, those who have not even yet married, or yet married have no children, or children very small. Have you ever imagined that today the MBA degree costs around 20 lakhs? But when after 20-25 years, your children will go for such MBA degree or some higher education, can you ever imagine what will be the cost of MBA degree after 25 years, Rao sir? It will be not less than 2 crore rupees per child. Because of inflation, the MBA degree which is costing around 20 lakhs today, it will cost not less than 2 crore rupees after 25 years. And if you have 2 children, then take it 4 crore rupees only for the higher education of the children. So put it 4 crore against the higher education of children. Again, for marriage, not less than 1 crore. Last thing is retirement plan. Retirement life. Dr. Krishnaiah, suppose your age is 30. Of course, it will be a little bit more, I know. But suppose your age is 30 today, and you say that you can manage your monthly affairs with 30,000. Suppose your monthly expenses are 30,000. After 30 years, when you become 60, sir, can you imagine what will be your monthly expenses? It will be not less than 2 lakh rupees because of inflation. You are managing your family with 30,000 today at the age of 30. But after 30 years, when you become 60 and going to retire, you will need not less than 2 lakh rupees per month for the same standard of living. No extravaganza, sir. So the same standard of living you will need around 2 lakhs. So around 2 lakhs means annually you will need around 25 lakhs per year at the age of 60 only. So how much retirement corpus you should develop? Now this is a basic valid question. How much retirement corpus you should develop when you will need 25 lakhs per year at of retirement? I'm just sharing a thumb formula to all of you. Your retirement corpus should be minimum 20 times of your annual expenses. Minimum, sir. So multiply 25 lakhs by 20. What it comes, sir? 5 crore rupees. So you should develop minimum a retirement corpus of 5 crore, not less than that. Ideally, it should be 30 times. That is around 7.5 to 8 crore rupees. Because at the age of 60, you need 20 lakhs. Krishnaiah, sir, and you know now the average age of India is going up every year. So people now living up to 75, 80 normally. So when you become 70, Krishnaiah, sir, you might need 3 lakh rupees per month. And at the age of 80, you might even lack 4 lakh rupees per month. From where that money will come? That is why you take 5 crore rupees. So against retirement, you put the 5 crore rupees. Now, Rao, sir, I want to make you scary a little bit. Make the total of the last column. Make the total of the last column and you will be surprised, sir. Ullah, sir. A normal middle class, salary class person who is around 30 today will need not less than 10 to 12 crore rupees in their life for their milestones only. Only for their milestones. I have excluded their monthly expenses from 30 years to 60 years. That I have excluded. So you will need around 10 to 12 crore rupees, those who are young around 30 today. From where that money will come, sir? Ullah sir might be very lucky going to Amitabh Bachchan show KBC, winning 7 crore rupees. But then how many of us will win? Only Ullah sir? Only one or two? What about others? What about all of us? From where that money will come? Yes, sir. We can also have that money 10 to 12 crore in your life, provided we start sincerely working right from today on saving and investment. We all can have. We all can have 10 to 12 crore, but provided we are sincere, provided we are alert, and the chart which we have just prepared, Rao sir, first column, second column, and what is the chart is technically called? Krishna sir knows it very well. It is called financial plan. It is called financial plan, and I am of the opinion every family must have their financial plan. Why? Because the financial plan will give you purpose to save and invest. Financial plan will simply define what money you will need at what time. So that idea will make you alert and more sensitive about the savings and investment. And my dear participant, financial planning is not a rocket science. Damn easy thing. I just narrated. Sit with your all family member, discuss thread bread everything. Then jot down the milestones, put the time horizon, and put the money. Financial plan is ready. And once financial plan is ready, Dr. Rao, psychologists say that once targets are clear, human beings try sincerely hard to achieve those targets. So that is why we must have financial plan. So please do have financial plan in your life. Second thing about the investment I want to request you, and that is mesmerizing. That is eighth wonder of the world, Rao sir. Krishna sir knows it very well. What is that, sir? Rule of compounding. Rule of compounding is eighth wonder of the world. It is not a simple thing. It is more than magic, sir. And what is rule of compounding? Simply speaking, sir, as far as investment are concerned, Ulaya sir, rule of compounding simply means that you have to make a promise with yourself. Very simple promise, but very tough promise. And what is that promise, sir? Rao sir, you have to make a promise to yourself that I will never use any return or income which I get on my investment for my personal consumption, for celebration, or for that matter for vacation. I will never use it. Where whatever I get, whatever and whenever I get some return or income on my investment, I will simply club that return or income with my regular investment and reinvest. This promise appears to be very easy but very tough, sir. Because temptation will always be there. When Rao sir will get 5 lakh rupees and return on some investment, whole family will be behind him. Are sir, go on vacation, enjoy this money with some celebration. Naturally, that is very natural. But we have to commit ourselves. No, Baba, no. This return or income is not for celebration, not for vacation. It is only for multiplication. We will put that, club that income with my saving and reinvest it. And if we do, Ullah sir, if we do it for 15-20 years regularly, not today, not tomorrow, if we do it regularly for 15 to 20 years, you will be happily surprised that your return portion has become much greater than your original investment. For it will not happen today, it will not happen tomorrow, it will take time. That is why in investment, success, what is the key? Patience. You have to have patience, and patience with discipline. So rule of compounding is one of the most important thing in your life. Please follow that religiously in your investment philosophy. So these are the basic things we have discussed about the investment metrics. And Rao sir and Krishna sir, I don't know whether you might feel that I have taken much of the session's time in these basic things, but I feel these are very important things to understand first to be a successful investor. So we should first understand these basic things about investment. Now, last 15-20 minutes, we will discuss about the products which are available for investment, because that is equally important. So what are the products available for middle class, salary class person, sir? What are the products available? The first category of products available for the middle class, salary class person, Rao sir, is governmental small saving scheme, which is available to most of the middle class, salary class person. And the one of the best governmental scheme I know, my opinion, and I feel personally, Ullah sir, if you have not opened that account in that scheme, please do open. I keep recommending in all my sessions with middle class, salary class person, please open a public provident fund account, PPF account. It is a very good scheme of the government of India. And Krishnaiya sir, not only you should open it, even you can open an account in your spouse name. Even for kids' name, you can open it. It is a very good scheme. And the scheme is for 15 years, sir. Rao sir, you might be aware. The scheme is for 15 years. Minimum amount you can deposit is 500 rupees. Maximum amount you can deposit is 1.50 lakhs every year. But Rao sir, it is not for 15 years. It can be extended for another period of 5 years. Another period of 5 years. You should keep extending it unless until you need money. And income tax deduction under section 80C is also allowed for deposit under PPF account. And two very small thing I want to tell about this PPF account, which normally people don't tell. Rao sir, if possible, please try to deposit 1.50 lakhs in PPF account before 5th of April every financial year. If possible, try to deposit 1.5, which is a maximum limit. Try to deposit 1.50 lakhs before 5th of April of every financial year. Why? Because you will get interest for the whole year. But suppose for any reason you are not able to deposit 1.50 lakhs, then one more request I want to make, Krishnaiya sir. Whenever you deposit any amount in PPF account, please do it before 5th of the month. Always. Because suppose you deposit 10,000 rupees on 6th of the month, you will not get interest for that month. These are very small things, but will make big difference down the line after 15-20 years. So please open a PPF account. And after that, of course, I don't have time, so I will just mention the name, scheme name, and those who are interested can explore through Google and websites. National Savings Certificate is the second category where we can invest. Third one is Kisan Vikas Patra, where we can invest. Fourth one is RBI also keep issue taxable and tax-free bonds regularly to the public, where we can invest. Fifth one is governmental securities. Rao sir, you might be aware, government also keep taking loan from the public regularly. Earlier it was difficult, but from December 2021, RBI has started a portal, name of which is RBI Retail Central. RBI Retail Central. You can register yourself with that portal, then start investing very small amount every month, or whenever you have some money, you keep investing. That is government security. And after that, earlier government of India undertakings, big names, Railways, BHEL, Indian Oil Corporation, big names, they used to issue debentures and bonds to the public. But now government has started a channel which is called Bharat Bond 1 and Bharat Bond 2. These are the channels where we can directly invest and for the government of India things. All these schemes I have just mentioned, Dr. Rao, is under the umbrella of governmental saving scheme. And the beauty of these scheme is there is no risk at all. No risk at all. Whatever government promises, government will give us. Whenever it matures, government will give a maturity amount without any risk. Of course, the return in all these scheme, Krishnaiah sir, is not extraordinary. Reasonable returns are there, but without any risk. And I personally feel, Krishnaiah sir, that a normal middle class person should invest 15 to 20% of their total investment in governmental scheme, because that will give us a balancing of risk. So 15 to 20% of our total investment should go into governmental scheme. And after that, now whatever I am talking now, other schemes, all have got risk element. Please mind it. Risk-free, only governmental saving scheme. But before that, I want to ask one thing to Dr. Krishnaiah. Sir, have you ever seen horses race on television? One game is there of rich person. One row of horses run, and then one horse win the race. And person who bet on that race who win get some money. But there is a golden rule of that horses race game, sir. Krishna, sir, you might be aware. What is the golden rule? Never put your all money on one horse. Because if one horse loses, all your money loses. The same rule applies to own investment as well, sir. Never put your all money in one investment product. Try to spread your investment in different products. Try to develop a basket of investment. Because basket of investment will give you risk balancing automatically. Some might have high risk product, some might have moderate risk product, some might have less risk product, or some might have zero risk products. But if you spread your investment across products, then your automatically risk will be there, product will be there. So please mind it. Try to develop a basket of investment. Now, the second category where we can invest is, Dr. Krishnaiah sir, is property and real estate, where we can invest. And I am not expert, either Mr. Rao or Krishnaiah sir might be an expert on property and real estate. And next time they may take a session for your students and faculty members. As far as property investment is concerned, Krishnaiah sir, risk element is there. How the return you will get, not certain. Whether you will sell the property when you wish to sell it, not certain. For investment in property, you will need huge money. You can't invest in property by 5 or 10 lakhs. You will need 50 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 1 crore, 2 crore. Only then you can invest. And here in maintenance cost in the property is also very high. So I leave it to you to decide how much you want to invest in property. The third product where we can invest, Dr. Krishnaiah sir, I don't know whether Indra ma'am is here or not still. Because now I'm talking about the product which female participant must cherish, will definitely cherish. Gold, gold sir, gold. When I start talking about the gold, the female participants have a different smile on their gold, no issue at all. Why to discuss about gold? As much as gold we can. Indra ma'am, am I right? Because gold is a passion for female participants or female members of our family. Earlier, Indra ma'am, we have been purchasing gold in physical form only, in jewelry or biscuits. But nowadays, because of change, you can invest in gold in digital form as well. And Indra ma'am, please note it down, and all female participants, even Krishnaiah sir should note it down and tell madam when he goes to home today. A very good Government of India scheme is on. Government of India, no private scheme. That is sovereign gold bond scheme. Sovereign gold bond scheme. Very good scheme of the Government of India, Indra ma'am, where you can invest minimum 1 gram price, maximum 4 kg gold price you can invest at a time. The sovereign gold bond scheme is for 8 years. It will run for 8 years. And government will give you two benefits under this scheme, Indra ma'am. First, government will give you 2.5% annual interest on your investment. Suppose you have invested 1 lakh rupees, then 2,500 will be given to you as interest. Apart from that, Krishnaiya sir, whatever is the appreciation of gold price, suppose today gold price is 50, and after 8 years gold price become 80,000. Then the difference between 80,000 and 50,000, that is 30,000, will also be given to you. So there are two benefits of under this scheme. And if you remain in the scheme for 8 years, Indra ma'am, your tax liability will literally be zero, very minimum tax liability, because of long-term capital gain benefit. And this you can invest in this scheme online and offline both. And Indra ma'am, if you invest in online form, you will also get additional discount of 50 rupees per gram for investing online, because government is encouraging online investment. That is why this additional benefit will be given. So sovereign gold bond is a very good scheme of the government of India. And nowadays, even young girls don't have much interest in physical gold. They don't go for the jewelry. This is a better option available for them, and only a digital certificate will be issued by the government of India that this much of gold they own for you, they keep for you. And I personally feel, Krishnaiya sir, that a normal middle class, salary class person should have 5 to 7% of their total investment in gold. Around 5 to 7% of their investment. Last thing we want to, where we can invest is security market, share bazaar, where we can invest. But Krishnaiya sir, when I start talking about the share market, there might be 2-3 messages in the chat box. Even Indra ma'am can send a message. Arey sir, don't talk about security market. These are sheer satta bazari speculation. We don't know how market goes up, how market goes down. And Rao sir might have, or Ullah sir might have invested some money on the advice of some other person, and they might have lost some money. So they are very clear. They will never invest in security market. Yes, there is a category of persons who are like this only. They are right. I am with them. I want to tell all of you, and Krishna sir knows it very well. Security market is purely knowledge-based market. Purely knowledge-based market. And those who don't have knowledge of the market, Ullah sir, never invest in the security market directly. This is my personal opinion. It is a riskier market. Risk is there everywhere. Ullah sir, risk is there in gold also. Risk is in real estate also. So risk is there. But security market is purely knowledge-based market. So if you invest in security market, please mind, you should, unless and until you have knowledge, you should not invest into the security market directly. I don't have time, and next time, if Krishna sir give me time, we will have a technical session on security market, detailing about the primary market, secondary market, exchanges, role of SEBI, because this is not the time to discuss those things. For your students, it might be useful, Krishna sir. Next time, we will have a dedicated session on security market only.
Yes.
There is an indirect way of investing in security market, Ullah sir. That is called mutual fund. Nowadays, people have got interest in to know what the mutual funds are. And Ullah sir, you might not be aware, there are schemes in the mutual fund which are Shariat compliant. For you only, I am telling you. Those my Muslim brothers, I want to tell you that there are schemes in the mutual fund which are Shariat compliant. So if you want to invest as per Shariat law, some schemes are there in the mutual fund. So what is mutual fund? First we should understand. Indra ma'am, mutual fund is nothing but it is an indirect way of investing into security market and beyond. Indirect way. Because we are not directly investing. We are giving our money to the fund managers. Naturally, Ullah sir will ask me why we should give. Because of two reasons, sir. Firstly, I don't have knowledge of the market. They people have. They are experts of the market. Secondly, I don't have time, and they have, because they are 24 hours into the security market only. So they can take better decision as compared to me as a layman. That is why I am giving my money to them. But one thing is very clear, Ullah sir, it is not a social service. Baba, I am giving my money to them with the sole purpose of earning maximum return for me. Very clear. It is not a social service. I am giving money to you. Try to earn maximum money for me. This is my request to all of to the fund managers. But one thing I want to mention here, and Krishna Sayyar, sir, you might be knowing it. Mostly people have perception, Indra ma'am, that mutual fund is security market, share bazaar. No. Ullah sir, you might not be aware, there are schemes in the mutual fund. Some schemes are there which will invest your money in government securities. There are schemes in the mutual fund, Ullah sir, where your money will be invested into properties and real estate. There are schemes in the mutual fund, Ullah sir, where your money will be invested into gold. Gold schemes are also will in mutual fund. And in mutual fund, there are schemes, Krishna sir, where your money will be invested into international corporates, sitting at your home, sitting in your city. Ullah sir, you can be part of the success story of Google, Microsoft, Amazon, big names. So you can invest through mutual fund in those companies as well. These are called international. These are called international funds, and you can invest as sitting at your home in your city. You can be part of the growth story of those big corporates: Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon. Lot of hundreds of big corporates in the world where you can participate. But of course, majority of the mutual fund scheme relate to security market only. It is a fact, Ola sir. And there are three major categories of mutual fund scheme in security market. The first is equity fund. In equity fund, your money will be invested into the equity share of the corporate, Ullah sir. Please mind it. And when your money will be invested into the equity fund, equity share of the corporate, please do understand, risk is greater, because Krishna sir knows it very well. Price of the equity fund or equity share goes up and down every day, rather during the day. So there is a much more risk involved in the equity fund. But those Rao who can take a higher risk, and those who have longer horizon of investment, minimum 5 years, equity fund appears to be a good bet for them, because they can take risk, and they are explaining that they are investing their money for longer horizon, that is more than 5 years. So here, those who are young and those who can take a risk and those who wish to invest for longer period of more than 5 years, equity fund might be a good bet for them, because the risk is higher. But Krishna sir, you know the basic rule of economics: higher risk, higher reward. High risk, high reward. But high reward doesn't mean guaranteed reward. Higher reward simply means probability of getting higher reward. So probability of getting higher reward is there. The first category of mutual fund category is equity fund. There are a lot of subcategories in mutual fund. In equity funds, large cap, mid cap, small cap, PSU fund, FMGC funds. I don't have time to explain. Next time when Krishna sir will give time, we will have another session on mutual fund on 2 hours. So equity fund is the first category where risk is higher, but probability of getting higher return is there. And Krishna sir, Ullah sir, you might not be aware, Most of the good equity funds have given 15 to 20% average return during last 10 years. Average 15 to 20% return, which no other product has given. Second category of mutual fund is debt fund, DEBT debt fund. Ulla sir, debt fund, Krishnaiya sir, your money will not be invested into the equity fund, equity share of the corporate. It will be given as a loan to the corporate. Understand the difference, please. In equity fund, your money will be invested into the equity shares. In debt fund, your money will be invested, it will be given as a loan to the corporates. And when a loan is given, Krishnaiya sir, risk is lesser because the rate of interest is already pre-decided. So, but reward is also reasonable. So in debt fund, reward will be reasonable. And debt fund is suitable, Rao sir, those who don't want to take high risk. Those who are satisfied with the reasonable return. For those, debt fund is there. And the third category is hybrid fund. Hybrid fund is a mix of both equity fund and debt fund. In hybrid fund, Rao sir, some of your money will go to the equity fund and some of your money will go to the debt fund. So what you are basically doing, you are managing your risk. You are aspiring for little bit higher risk, but at the same time, you are making your money, your risk little bit safer. So hybrid fund is for those investors who want to wish for a little bit higher return, but with safety wall, with lesser risk. So the third category is hybrid fund. There are two plans in the mutual fund, Rao sir. One is direct plan and another is regular plan. In direct plan, you invest online, visiting the website of the AMC, give your details on the online, attach your documents online, give your bank details, and you are invested after completing KYC if you are the first time investor. But if for any reason you are not able to invest direct in a direct plan, and those who are very new to the system, then the other option is there, that is called regular plan. Now, sir, in regular plan, you will need to take the services of your local mutual fund distributor. He or she will come to you, he will bring the form, he will help you in filling the form, take documents from you, then make your investment operational. But please mind, never take the advice of the mutual fund distributor about the scheme, because there have been complaints when people have wrongly advised the investor. Normally, suppose Mr. Ullah is very young and he want to take a risk, but then distributor might make his investment in debt fund, which is not so attractive for him. So never take his advice. Take your own decision about the scheme and then call him that please bring the form of that I want to invest. He will bring the form, he will help you out, he will take your document and he will make your investment operational. So, but in direct plan, please mind it, sir, return will always be higher, because in regular plan, Rao sir, some commission will go to the mutual fund distributor. Naturally, he has given you services, for that some services, some commission will go. So in regular plan, return will always be lesser. In regular direct plan, same scheme. Direct plan, you will get higher return. In regular plan, you will get lesser return. And now SEBI has made a new facility for you. Suppose, Rao sir, you start investing in regular plan to start with, and after 2-3 years you are now okay with the investment, then you can switch from regular plan to direct plan. That online facility is also available to you. Now, two things I want to mention about the mutual fund, two unique features of mutual fund. The first is SIP. Now, sir and Ullah sir, SIP is the magic. SIP is the magic for middle class, salary class person. And SIP is nothing, Krishnaiya sir. It is just regularly investing an amount. Regularly. Maybe minimum amount is 500, Ullah sir. Maximum there is no limit. Ullah sir can invest 10 lakhs a month. So maximum there is no limit, but minimum amount is 500 per month. And Once you start, you can invest continuously for years together, for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And the magic of the SIP will come to you, Rao sir, not today, not tomorrow. But when you continue investing for more than 15, 20 years, you will be happily surprised that you will get a very good, handsome corpus after 15, 20 years. And the magic of SIP, I just want to explain through one very simple example. But I will not name the scheme. I will not name the MC Krishnaiyer sir, because that will be unfair on my part to marketing that scheme. Facts are there. Please understand. Facts are there. Please listen this thing very carefully. One equity, Rao sir, one equity fund was started by a mutual fund company in 1995. Please note down the dates very carefully. One equity fund was started by a mutual fund company, which is called technically AMC, in 1995. And a small investor like Mr. Rao and Mr. Krishnaiya started an SIP of 10,000 rupees per month. Means they are every year they are investing 10,000 rupees per month in that scheme right from 1995. And they are regularly investing. Every month they are investing 10,000. Because normally, Krishnaiya sir, what typically happens when market goes up, people started investing. Arey Baba, I will make profit. And they start investing more and more money. But when the market goes down, they get scary. They stop investing. They withdraw money, which is a blunder they do. Because Krishnaiya sir, you know very well, going up and down is the basic character of the market. Today market is down, tomorrow market will go up. Market what is 62 3-4 months back, now it's 50 53. Again it will go 62 70 80, even rather down the line in 2 3 4 years. So please rest assured, I feel personally, I don't know whether Rao sir will agree with me or Krishna sir, or Indian growth story is intact. And next 25 years, Shafiullah sir, next 25 years are going to be golden period of Indian economy. We will expand like anything. But those who invest will actually be beneficiary of those expansion. And there are two categories of investor. There are two category of people in our country, sir. Shafiullah sir. One category is 99% those go to the stadium, eat popcorn, take cold drink, clap for the players and come home. They do nothing. They simply temporary enjoyment. But there is other category of people, those who play, those who are players. And Krishnaiya sir, the main beneficiary is only players. They get an advertisement endorsement. They get huge game fee, everything they get. So what I want to tell you, all of you, please be investor, please be a player. Don't be a spectator. Don't be just clap for others. You also be an investor. So one mutual fund company started an equity fund in 1995, and Rao sir and Krishnaiya sir started an SIP of 10,000 every month. And they have been investing every month 10,000, irrespective of the movement of the market. Whether market is up, whether market is down, they are regularly investing right from 1995. Krishnaiya sir, are you aware what your corpus has become today? Can you imagine, sir? Again, I repeat, 10,000 SIP from 1995 in a good equity fund. Regular investment of 10,000 rupees. Krishnaiya sir, your corpus has become 9.57 crore. 9.57 crore. That's the measure of SIP. But 2-3 things are very clear. Regular investment irrespective of market movement. Firstly. Secondly, for 15-20 years, regular investment of 10,000. So SIP is a magic only for those who invest regularly for longer period. And I know, Rao sir, there are a lot of people like you who have started investing more than one SIP. Now people have got more than one that is target oriented SIP. One SIP for purchase of house, one SIP for going on vacation, third SIP for higher education of children happening after 25 years, fourth SIP for retirement plan. So you can have more than one SIP. And now on websites, Rao sir, SIP calculators are available. Suppose Krishnaiya sir said that I will need 2 crore rupees for education of my children after 15 years. So 15 years is the target. 15 years is the target is 2 crore rupees. Period is 15 years. You put that the 15 year and 2 crore, SIP calculator will give you broad idea how much SIP you should start right from now. So SIP is magic for middle class, salary class person for developing a good corpus, but you have to be consistent, you have to be regular, you have to be for a long time, minimum 10 years, minimum 10-15 years, and you might have a very good SIP. The other feature of the mutual fund is SWP. Krishnaiya sir, I have just talked about the SIP. Now I am talking about SWP. SWP is opposite of SIP. It is opposite of SIP. SWP simply means systematic withdrawal plan. And Rao sir, it is basically meant for your retirement life. Suppose you have been very smart, you have developed a very good corpus of 5 crore rupees for your retirement, and now you are going to retire. After retirement, the most painful thing will be that you will not get salary on your first in your bank account. Once you retire, naturally, Krishnaiya sir, you will not get salary. But you have developed a corpus of 5 crore rupees. So what you can do, you can simply write a one-line mail to the mutual fund company where you have a corpus of 5 crore rupees. Please keep transferring 1 lakh, 1 or 2 lakh, whatever you want. Please keep transferring rupees 1 lakh from my corpus to my bank account on first. They will do it because ultimately your money. But what will be the first benefit, Ullah sir? You will get 1 lakh rupees in your bank account on first, even after retirement. You will enjoy your life as you were enjoying earlier. And second benefit is your remaining corpus with them will continue to be invested and will continue to earn return on it. So down the line, after 10 years, suppose you want to increase your withdrawal from 1 lakh rupees to 1.50 lakhs or 2 lakh rupees. That is possible through SWP. So SWP is a facility available to you for living retirement life comfortably. But for that, you have to develop a good corpus. This is a precondition. Lastly, 2-3 things I want to tell Dr. Krishnaiya. The first thing is, there is a menace in our country, very serious disease. I don't know whether Rao sir knows it or not. And that is, Ullah sir, Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. These are schemes where people come with promise of higher return, doubling your money in 3 or 4 or 5 years. But Rao sir, you know it very well, it is never happening. It will never happen. They will simply vanish with your money. And it is happening in our country. Lakhs of people have lost their money. And as a broad survey, Krishnaiya sir, 10 lakhs crores of rupees of gullible investors have been lost in such bogus schemes. And I know educated people like Ullah sir, Krishnaiya sir, and Rao sir will not, and Mr. Veerabhadra sir will never invest their hard-earned money in those schemes. But normally, who invests, Krishnaiya sir? Normally, those who are not so educated. Your peon, your maid servant, your milk vendor, your taxi driver. These people do invest, make their money in such investment because under temptation and without knowing anything, they make investment. They give their money to those scamsters. I will call them scamsters very honest. So there is a social responsibility, Dr. Krishnaiya, of yours. Not only yours, your all faculty members. Please start a campaign in your area with the help of your students. Try to educate as much people as you can. try to make them understand they should never invest their hard-earned money in those Ponzi schemes, chit fund and committees. And if they don't have any idea, Rao sir, they should put their money simply into bank and post office. At least they will not lose their money. So please start a campaign and try to educate as much people as you can. And last thing I want to request all of you with emphasis, and this statement I am making, not I am making, Dr. Krishnaiah sir is making for all participants. And what is that, sir? Now, sir, prosperity is my right. Every person has a right to be prosper. We have got right to be prosper, Ullah sir. Prosperity is your right. I might have born into a poor family. Yes, it might have been possible. It is sheer incidental, Krishnaiah sir, that I might have born into a poor family. Birth in the poor family is not a curse, Rao sir. It is sheer incident. But remaining poor and then die as a poor is a curse. And we all can avoid that curse by taking our money, by alerting, by making our conscious decision of our saving and investment right from the day we start earning. And even those students, they should be well aware about the importance of making financial planning, about the making investment right from the day they start earning, and you all can be prosper. And I can assure you, if you are alert and aware about your investment, saving and investment right from the day one, you will all be prosper and you will enjoy the life as you wish to enjoy. Thank you very much and giving me time for the thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. So all the participants are very enthusiastic to listen more information from you, sir. And we have got a lot of questions to get the information from you, sir, from the participants. So can I bring the questions to your notice, sir?
Definitely, sir.
Yeah, we have got a question from one of the participants. That is,
Yes, sir.
so do we need a bank account to invest in a mutual funds?
Definitely 100%, sir. 100%. Because in mutual fund, you can't invest in cash. Mind it.
Okay.
It has to be through banking channel only.
Okay, sir. That's what an informative answer, sir. And the next question is it Indian mutual fund companies invest the money only in India, or they can invest, they will invest in foreign revenues also?
As I just mentioned, Shafi sir, there are schemes in the mutual fund where your money can be invested into international companies. These are strictly as per RBI guidelines. But you can invest. There are schemes.
Okay.
But if you suppose you are interested to invest in international companies, then you can invest in some international funds, which facility mutual funds allow to you.
So hope the participant get the answer. And now another question from a participant, sir. What is the remedy if a mutual fund shut down?
Never.
AMC company shut down.
Sir, you rest assured, mutual fund is not a Ponzi scheme. They are strongly regulated by SEBI. Firstly, of course, because of market movement, prices of units may go up and down. That is mutual fund can't avoid. But you should not be afraid that some mutual fund will be shut down. It is strictly regulated by SEBI, so it is not a Ponzi scheme or chit fund. Of course, again I repeat, prices of the units of mutual fund scheme may go up and down as per market movement. That is possible, but mutual fund will not be shut down.
Okay, there is another question from a participant. Like, if I stop investing in SIP, should I get the invested amount already which I have invested in mutual fund?
I couldn't get it. What he wants? Can you repeat it?
If I stop investing in SIP, systematic investment plan, so do I get the amount which I have invested already?
Yes, At any time, sir. Otherwise, also in mutual fund, you can get redemption at any time and maximum 3 trading days. It is called T+3. Maximum 3 working days, you will get your money back in your account. But one thing, and one more flexibility is there, Rao sir. You might be aware. Suppose, Rao sir, you had got an FD of 5 lakh rupees for 3 years. And after 1 year, you need 2 lakh rupees. You go to the bank. What bank manager will tell you? Sir, you have to break the FD. You can take 2 lakh rupees and new FD of 3 lakh rupees will be made. Am I right, sir? This is the procedure in banks. But in mutual fund, it is not like that. Suppose you have got a 5 lakh corpus and you need 50,000. You simply apply for redemption of 50,000. So that flexibility is there. Whatever amount you withdraw, you can redeem at any time. 3 working days are required. Please mind it. You can withdraw at any time or you can keep it. Suppose you have stopped SIP. Now you are not no more regularly investing. So you can that whatever you have invested will continue for years together if you don't withdraw. So that will continue to get returned. That facility is also available.
Okay, sir. Thank you. There is another question from a participant that can we change out investment from one scheme to another of a mutual fund?
Definitely at any time. That flexibility is always. Suppose you are not satisfied with the performance of a scheme. You have got liberty to switch to other scheme at any time. Yes, you can done very easily.
So for this, do we need to pay the exit load, sir?
No, exit paid actually earlier, Rao sir and Ullah sir, you might be aware, earlier entry load and exit load were there.
Okay, sir.
But now even exit load is not there if you keep invested for 1 year. After 1 year, there is no exit load. In some scheme, even some months, there is no exit load because both entry load had literally gone now and there is no entry load. For exit load, there are in some scheme, exit load is there, but only when you withdraw very, very premature, just after making investment. But if you continue for 3-4 years, then no exit load at all.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. And the next question is, what is a document that we get as a proof of investment which we have made into a mutual fund?
Sir, there is no document. Online investment, you can withdraw your statement at any time. And every month, mutual fund will give you a statement. And additionally, NSDL will keep sending monthly investment statement to you free of cost. That is free of cost. So at any time, you can see the value of your investment. At any time, and on monthly basis, you will get the statement from the NSDL, apart from mutual fund company. And one more thing is there, sir, which I want to mention here again. Mutual fund is the most transparent investment product, Ullah sir. Suppose you have invested in a particular scheme, 10 lakh rupees. And like yours, lakhs of other people have invested. Every month, mutual fund manager will send you a mail and will inform you where your money has been invested. Each detail, in which company, how many shares, if the equity fund, if it is in debt fund, to which company loan has been given, at what time, at what rate, and when it is made. Every detail will be shared with you every month. So suppose you are not satisfied with the performance of the scheme, you are at the liberty to switch to other product, other scheme.
Okay, one last question, sir. So like in securities, did the investor gets dividends in the schemes which we have invested in a mutual fund?
Very good question, sir. Basically, there are 2 options when you invest. First option, Rao sir, is a dividend option. And other option is growth option. In dividend option, Ullah sir, you get dividend every year if the fund get any profit. And suppose you go for the growth plan, then what happens? You will not get dividend. Whatever you earn will be clubbed with the original investment, and next year your total amount, including your dividend, will be invested. So growth plan is the best plan available for the middle class, salary class person. They should not go for dividend, because dividend, whatever you get, you simply eat and enjoy with the money. But if it is a growth plan, then whatever you earn will not be given to you. It will be merged with the original investment, and next year your total amount, including dividend, will be invested. And so it will be a growth story over a period of time.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Hope the participant got the answers for their questions.
Sir, is still if any participant has got any question, they can simply raise their hand. I will answer those questions also. Simply raise their hand. We will unmute them. They can directly ask the question as well.
Yeah, participants are
Yeah.
welcome now to ask the
Yeah.
question directly to the sir.
Yeah, Bhavani, Mr. Sabdar, please unmute her. Bhavani.
Bhavani, please unmute your audio option, please. Sir, one more question is mutual fund are safe for retired person?
It depends, honestly speaking, absolutely safe if you have invested into AAA rating debt funds. Please underline what I am saying. If you have invested into AAA rating debt funds. Yes, Bhavani.
Please, Bhavani, please ask question, please.
Yeah.
Sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. How are you, sir?
Yeah, fine.
Yes, sir.
Did you like the session?
Yeah, sir, I like the session.
Okay. What is your question?
Sir, I attended last webinar, na, sir. You said you give the certificate, sir.
Mr. Sabjar, please take care of her. Mr. Sabjar. Don't worry, you will get it. You will get it. You will get it. Thank you. Thank you. Any other question from any participant? I hope, Mr. Rao, if you want to give your observation about the session, I hope you have found the session useful. Mr. Rao, please unmute yourself.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. The session is very informative, sir. And the students also got the answers for their queries with respect to the safe investment. Because as the pandemic, what was spreads the lessons like every people wants to earn the second income also along with the regular salary. So one of the best option and safest option is about the mutual funds. Because they does not know the modalities to be followed in the investment directly in the stock market. So there is a fund manager in the mutual funds so that they will take care of the total safety of the investment.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Next vote of thanks proposed by.
I think there is no question from any participant. If a participant have any question, please raise their hand. We will answer your question. Otherwise, we can wind it up.
Sir, the next thing is about vote of thanks, which is proposed by the Miss Indira Baburi, who is assistant professor of the department. Indira, madam, please proceed.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I am B. Indira, assistant professor from MBA, presenting oath of thanks for one-day national webinar on financial planning regarding investments and mutual funds by Mr. Sudhikan Sharma, Senior Consultant, Amfi, and former DGM, SEBI. This event is organized in collaboration with Association of Mutual Funds of India and also in the occasion of celebrating 75 glorious years of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Nowadays, most of the people are unable to find out the best suitable investment avenues for making their investments. The objective of this webinar is to create awareness on mutual funds among the people and to remove the myths in mutual fund risk. Hope this webinar enlighten the knowledge to understand the mutual funds as a best investment avenue. I hope this webinar will benefit a lot of people directly and indirectly. In this regard, I would like to thank Mr. Sudhikan Sharma, the resource person of today's webinar, delivering such a grateful session on mutual funds. I would like to thank Honorable Chairman Sri B.S. Apparao Garu and our young and dynamic Secretary Sir Sri Krishna Garu and our beloved Principal Dr. Ekambram Naidu Garu and The host, Mr. Sabjar Ahmad, and the convener of this event, Dr. B. Krishnaya Garu, Associate Professor and the Head of the Department, and other faculty members and students of SRK Institute of Technology. And I would thank the faculty and students of various colleges for taking active part in today's webinar and making it as a grand success. Thank you. And now everyone stand for the national anthem.
Indra ma'am, just before that, I just on my behalf and on behalf of Amfi, I am thankful to all of you, particularly Dr. Krishnaya, who has taken a lot of pain and make efforts for the success of this program, Mr. Rao, Indra ma'am, and Mr. Shafiullah, and all your faculty members. I am thankful to all of you, and I would like to have continued relationship with all of you for future programs as well.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Sure,
sir.
sir.
Definitely, sir.